back to the Beach Bum Bookworm. I am Tiffany. I'm so glad y'all found me again today. My channel is all about cozy mysteries and romance books, and today we're coming up to the end of the month, so I got to do two of my favorite videos. And actually, I have a really good announcement. I have three of my favorite videos because I'm doing the August 2021 releases, but there were so many cozy mystery releases since I've been looking at traditional and indie published that I had to do two separate videos. So the first one is what we're going to look at today. So August 2021 cozy mystery releases. Most of these will be traditionally published, maybe not all of them, but the majority. And then the second video will be mostly indie published, but not all of them. So let me know which of these that you want to read, that you're looking forward to. Anything else that you want to talk about, down in the comments is the place to do it. On your way down to comment, don't forget to stop and hit the subscription and the notification bell, because that's going to tell you when I put out new videos each and every single week. All right, let's get to it. We're looking at the August 2021 cozy mystery releases in 3, 2, 1, go! The first one, I know people in our Discord group is going to be very excited about it, and it's just amazing. It's book number 29. It's the Meg Langslow series. Book number 29 is going to be called Murder Most Foul. It's right here. I love the cover. This is by Donna Andrews. The main character is Meg Langslow. She is a blacksmith. This takes place in Virginia. It says, Meg Langslow is in for a busy summer. Her husband is directing a production of Macbeth, and most of the cast and crew are occupying spare bedrooms in their house. She also has to keep an eye on the Camp Burnham, where a group of medieval reenactors are commemorating the real life of Macbeth by setting up what they fondly believe is an authentic medieval Scottish military camp. Oh my gosh. Then there's Damien Goodwin, a filmmaker who has been hanging around trying to document the production. When Goodwin hosts a showing of some of the footage he's taken, he manages to embarrass or offend just about everyone. The next morning, Meg isn't exactly surprised to find someone has murdered him. Oh my gosh. Again, I love this series. I need to get back to it, especially since, like I said, everybody in the Discord has been talking about this series so much. So when I say get back to it, I binged it. When I first started reading cozies, I binged every single book that was out in the series, but she has had several since then. And I've just started so many other series that I haven't gotten back to it. And I'm going to make it right. I'm going to do so very soon. I'm so excited about that. All right, the next one is the 7th book in the Daisy Tea Garden series. This is by Karen Rose Smith, who I interviewed, who is lovely. The book is called Murder with Orange Pekoe Tea, right here. And it's another great cover. Oh my gosh. I am digging the covers of cozies lately, even more so. I mean, they're always great, but they've just been so good. And I think part of it is I'm looking at a lot more now of the indie published cozies as well, since I've really gotten into those, and they have some really great covers. So this one, in Murder with Pekoe Tea, it says Daisy's orange pekoe is flowing at a fundraiser, and she's also made a new friend, Piper, a young woman whose hopes for motherhood were dashed by a foul-up at a fertility clinic. But before they can settle into a long conversation, the event is disrupted by masked protesters who object to building a shelter in Willow Creek. Among the angry crowd is Eli, who left his Amish community some time ago with help from a lawyer named Hiram. It just so happens that Hiram is also representing the fertility clinic in a class action lawsuit, and soon afterward turns up dead. Holy moly, that is an intense plot for a cozy, and it sounds like there is a trigger for infertility. So please kind of go in, at least knowing that is the case, because that's not a general thing that you mostly need to worry about with cozies. Seems like lately more and more, and I'm hoping that that's not going to be the new norm, because what I like about my cozies is there's none of these really hard-hitting type of things. I like the fluff. I like the, that's what my cozies are for. Oh, the next one is a new book in the Seaside Cafe Mystery Series by Bree Baker is coming out. I love this title. It's called Partner in Lime. The main character is Everly. She is the owner of an iced tea shop and cafe. This it takes place in North Carolina on the beach. In this one, it says, it all seems to be smooth sailing for Everly Swan. The Island of Charm, North Carolina, is hosting tons of summer events. Her iced tea shop is a hit, and best of all, she's finally dating the handsome Detective Grady. But their romantic bubble bursts when tragedy strikes. A surf pro is found murdered on the beach, killed with a theater prop. Grady follows the evidence, all of which points to Matt, Everly's friend and one-time fling. As Grady does his job, so does Everly. Her unofficial chef-turned-sleuth job, that is. She's determined to clear her friend's name, but the arrival of a fancy new tea shop, the Town Charmer, a gossip blog determined to rock the boat, complicates things. Yeah, that's a lot. A new tea shop, gossip. Oh my gosh. As Everly tries to keep rumors at bay and investigate the murder, the killer leaves a message in the sand. Oh my gosh. I really enjoyed that series. I've actually only read the first one, but I loved it. And I know that author's writing because I've read almost everything in her other series, because she's also Julianne Lindsay, who writes The Cider Shop, and I love it. I just haven't read number 3, otherwise I'm caught up. And The Christmas Tree Shop, which is the Christmas Tree Farm series, which is probably one of my favorites, even though it's not included in my all-time favorite video. I absolutely love it. Oh my gosh, the Rudolph games. I love everything about it. The new one comes out in October, and I cannot wait to read it. And I know it's available on NetGalley, and almost every weekend I have to talk myself out of going on there and just getting it. I've banned myself from NetGalley, so I can't believe I've stuck to it this long, but I'm holding strong right now. The next one is book 1. So it's a brand new series, which y'all know I love new series because it's like, new potential for great cozy mysteries. This is by Carol J. Perry. It's going to be called the Haunted Haven Mystery Series. Book 1's called Be My Ghost. It's right here. It says the main character is Maureen and that she is the owner of an old inn in Haven, Florida. Now, I am really digging like inns and hotels and B&Bs as cozy mystery themes. So I'm really excited to check this one out. I know it says haunted, but I think it's probably light. I mean, we'll see. Maureen's career as a sportswear buyer hits a snag just before Halloween when the department store declares bankruptcy. Meanwhile, Finn's lost his way as a guide dog after flunking his test for being too friendly and easily distracted. Oh, well, Finn sounds lovely. Sadly, only one of them can earn unemployment, so Maureen's facing a winter of discontent in Boston when she realizes she can't afford her apartment. Salvation comes when she receives a mysterious inheritance, an inn in Haven, Florida, a quaint, scenic town on the Gulf of Mexico hidden away from the theme parks. Maureen believes it's a good place to make a fresh start with a new business venture. But she gets more than she's bargained for when she finds a dead body on her property. And meets some of the inn's everlasting tenants in the form of ghosts who offer their otherworldly talents in order to help her solve the mystery. I'm going to check it out. I think it sounds cute. See, that's what I mean. It sounds like it's, even if it's not light, it doesn't sound like it's like scary paranormal or anything like that. Like, it sounds cute. The next one is book number 11 in the Key West Food Critic series. I also really enjoyed this one. This series is by Lucy Burdett. The new book is called A Scone of Contention. It's right here. I love that cover too. They're knocking it out of the ballpark with covers this month. The main character in this is Haley Snow. She is a Key West food magazine critic. Key West food critic Haley Snow and her groom, police detective Nathan Bransford, choose Scotland for their long-delayed honeymoon, hoping to sightsee and enjoy some prize-winning scones. But their romantic duo swells to a crowd when they're joined by Nathan's family, as well as Miss Gloria. Nathan's sister Vera takes the women on a whirlwind tour of some of Scotland's iconic mystic places as research for a looming book project. But the trip takes a deadly turn when a dinner party guest falls ill and claims she was poisoned. And then the group watches in horror as a mysterious tourist tumbles to his death from the famous Falkirk Wheel, high above the Forth and Clyde Canal. Oh my gosh, there's a lot going on there. I really like when books are kind of travel for their setting. Like normally her books are Key West setting, right? Which I love. But I really like to see our characters travel and be in new places. So I'm excited about that one. The next release is another series I enjoy. It's the Cajun Country Mystery series by Ellen Byron. I've skipped around in this. I think I've only read a couple of them though, but I enjoyed the ones I read. I know I read the first one. And then I read a couple that were further on in the series. I read a Halloween one that I know. I really enjoy it. So number 7 is called Cajun Kiss of Death. It's right here. It says, in Pelican, Louisiana, Valentine's Day has a way of warming the heart despite the February chill. But the air at Crozet Plantation B&B turns decidedly frigid when celebrity chef Felipe Chanson checks in. And when the arrogant Felipe in town to open his newest Cajun-themed restaurant perishes in a fiery boat crash, Maggie's dear friend JJ lands in very cold water. Did JJ, proprietor of Junie's Oyster Bar and Dance Hall, murder Philippe because he feared the competition? Might Maggie's mother, Nanette, have bumped off the chef for stealing one of her cherished recipes? Or was the culprit a local seafood vendor, miffed because Philippe was somehow able to sell oysters for a remarkably reasonable price despite an oyster shortage? Oh my gosh, Maggie's got her work cut out for her in this one. There's a lot going on there. The next series is one I haven't heard of, but I'm really excited to check it out because it sounds like a lot of fun. It's the Kat and Gilly Life Coach Mystery Series. Book 3 is called Coached in the Act. It is right here. This series is by Victoria Laurie. It says the main character is Kat Cooper, who is a life coach, and her best friend Gilly in the East Hamptons. Wild rumors are swirling in the Hamptons over 12 Angry Men, a ruthlessly revealing one-woman show written and performed by Yelena Galanis. The well-known socialite dated her way through some of the East End's most eligible bachelors, and now she's sparing few details while spilling their humiliating secrets to scandalize crowds. It's a mean-spirited spectacle that urges Kat to make a beeline for the theater exit during the first act, only to discover that Yelena was found stabbed to death during intermission that same evening. I don't know, but I saw that coming. Did anybody else? Adding to the disturbing news, Kat realizes that she may have had a close encounter with the murderer, but when the one lead gives way to another violent death, her newest client, romantically linked to Yelena, gets tagged as a prime suspect. Believing 11 other barely anonymous men had reasons to kill the thespian for playing a cruel game of kiss and tell, Kat teams up with her sidekick Gilly to track down Yelena's list of rejected lovers and identify the vengeful culprit. Oh my gosh, I am checking out book 1 in that series. It sounds like a lot of fun. So the next series is the Victorian Village Mystery Series. This is by Sheila Connolly. She's passed away in 2020, so I'm not sure if this is a book that was already finished or if somebody else finished it, which would be really cool because that means maybe they're going to do that with some of her other series. I'm not really sure. This one is the 3rd book. It's going to be called The Secret Staircase. It is right here. It says the main character is Catherine, who is an ex-hospitality manager currently in charge of making her hometown a tourist destination in Maryland. Love it. Kate Hamilton is feeling good about her plans to recreate Asheboro, Maryland as the Victorian village it once was. I'm loving this already. The town is finally on her side and the finances are coming together. Kate's first goal is to renovate the Barton Mansion on the outskirts of town. Luckily, it's been well maintained in the century since the wealthy Henry Barton lived and died there. The only substantial change she's planning is to update the original kitchen so that it can be used to cater events in the building. But when the contractor gets started, he discovers a hidden staircase that had been walled in years earlier. And as Kate's luck would have it, in the stairwell is a body. Oh my gosh. That, I love the idea of trying to make a town a tourist destination, and as the series goes on, you see the like different events that it would hold. Oh my gosh, I'm loving it. The next one is the Country Store Mystery Series. I like this series. It's by Maddie Day. Number 9 is coming out. It's called No Grater Crime. It smelled like a cheese grater. The main I'm really whew. The main character, Robbie Jordan, is the owner of Pans and Pancakes. This series takes place in South Lake, Indiana. Oh my God, I'm loving that title. Ever since meeting the weary owners of an antique shop opening across the street, Robbie has been scrambling to manage weird incidences plaguing her cafe and country store. Pricey items vanish from shelves without explanation. A fully equipped breakfast truck starts lingering around the area each morning, and loyal diners mysteriously fall ill. When an elderly man dies after devouring an omelet packed with poisonous mushrooms, Robbie must temporarily close down Pans and Pancakes and search for the killer. Ooh, I really enjoyed that series. The next series I'm so excited about. I might do at the end of this year, so in December, because I started my channel in December of last year, like an updated favorite cozy mystery list. I'm not taking anything off of my previous list. I'm just adding new ones. And there are a few, and this might be one of them. I really, really enjoyed this series. It's the Sophie Kimball series by J.C. Eaton. Book number 8 is coming out. It's called Railroaded for Murder. It's right here. The main character in this is Fee. She is divorced, and she moves to Sun City West, where her mother and her mother's dog and her retirement friends live, in a very large retirement community in Arizona. And oh my gosh, I absolutely love it. It's so much fun. Fee's marriage to Marshall Gregory promises to be the wedding of the year in Arizona's Sun City West. That is, if you ask her mother, Harriet. Of course. But before she can walk down the aisle, it looks like she has to solve one more murder. At a model train exhibit, Fee, Harriet, and their beloved weenie Streetman. Oh, I love Streetman. I've said this before. Sometimes I don't know whether I should feel sorry for or envious of Streetman. Like, he's so spoiled, so you feel like envious because, you know, he's got the life. But I kind of feel sorry for him sometimes because his owner is super, super demanding. Like, he probably oh my goodness, he probably has his hands full with her. And so, all right, Harriet and their beloved Chewini Streetman discovered the body of Sun City West Railroad Club president with an incriminating tap shoe near his lifeless body. Wilbur Maines may have loved model trains, but apparently he was not a model husband. Oh boy, Wilbur. There are rumors of affairs with hot-to-trot hobbyist the Choo-Choo Tricks. The Choo-Choo Chicks. There are rumors of affairs with hot-to-trot hobbyist the Choo-Choo Chicks. The police suspect his wife and Harriet's friend Roxanne, who dances with the Rhythm Tappers, but Fee's mom is convinced they're on the wrong track. Before the poor woman is railroaded into spending the rest of her life behind bars, Fee, Harriet, and the book club ladies will need to do some fancy footwork, infiltrate the dance group, and find the real culprit before the killer leaves the station. Such a fun series. Oh, so good. The next one is the Crochet Mystery Series. This is by Betty Hechtman. Number 14 is coming out. It's called One for the Hooks. It's right here. The main character is Molly Pink. She is a crochet group member. She is also an events planner for a bookstore, and I'm so envious of that job. It sounds amazing. These are the dog days of August, but you won't catch the Tarzana hookers. The Tarzana hookers crochet club napping. While Molly Pink knits together an idea for a new project, Miami Wilson busily converts a house she inherited into a rental property. But Miami is left short-handed when Sloan Renner, the woman helping her clean out the house, ends up dead under a pile of smelly seafood. A large drone had flown over the property, discarding shells all over the backyard. Was it an accident? an ill-fated prank by neighbors up in arms about a rental house in their cul-de-sac. Witnesses clam up when Molly's ex-homicide detective Barry Greenberg tries to get information, but he thinks Molly may be able to get them to open up to her. When Molly learns about Sloane's seafood allergy, she suspects that the woman's death was no accident. Oh my gosh. Now that's an interesting and sad way to go. Next one and last one is exciting but bittersweet. Okay, so it is the new book in the Pancake House Mystery Series by Sarah Fox. I love this series, and I've heard it's ending. I think this is the last one. I can't swear to that, but from what I've been hearing, number 8 is going to be the last one. It's called A Wrinkle in Thyme. Thyme is spelled like the spice. The main character is Marley. She is a Pancake House manager in Wildwood Cove. She has a cat named Flapjack. This is a really cute series, y'all. This summer, Wildwood Cove is hosting a special event, Wild West Days, to celebrate the town's storied past. I love stuff like this. Ugh. The Wildwood Cove Museum is also getting a new lease of life thanks to a longtime resident's generous bequest. Several locals, including Marley McKenney Collins, owner of the Flipside Pancake House, offered to transfer artifacts to the beautiful restored Victorian that will become the museum's house. But there's an unappetizing development when a volunteer, Jane, is found dead, bludgeoned with an antique clothes iron. Marley can never resist a piping hot mystery. That's a really bad pun. And this one seems especially intriguing. Jane had recently unearthed some love letters from Jack of Diamonds, a notorious thief who plagued Wildwood Cove over a century ago. As more locals meet with dangerous accidents, it seems that someone is determined to keep that correspondence buried deep in the past. As always, includes pancake recipes. Oh, I will be super sad if this is the last one. So that is part 1. These are mostly, from what I know, traditionally published cozies. The next video is going to be more of some of the indie published ones, and there are a ton of them, and they look good. So please make sure you check that one out. And until next time, may all your future reads be 5 stars. Bye!